We just wanted to take a quick minute here to remind everybody about Everyday Counts Round 7 and the fact that we were selected to continue, or that FHWA selected traffic incident management as a focus area again. So I'm just going to briefly go through this. Remember, we don't pick favorites. For anybody that's not familiar, Everyday Counts is a FHWA program that's been going on for years. We're now in round 7, and each round is a 2-year period. And really the purpose is to look at things that are going to enhance safety. We're going to reduce congestion, and it's taking innovations that have been proven. This isn't a research project. We really want to take items that have been proven, but are maybe not as used as they could be. So for the 2023-24 period, that's EDC 7 again, there were 7 topics that were picked. And as I mentioned, Next Gen TIM technology for saving lives was fortunately one of those innovations. So just a quick reminder, EDC 6 was the introduction of next generation TIM. And we were very fortunate to have 40 states that participated in the last 2-year period. And if you guys remember, we really focused on making sure that TIM programs were inclusive, because TIM is for every roadway, not just the interstate, and making sure that that includes all the responders, including the local responders. We focused on responder training, looking at TIM data, and then we also focused on technology. And the technology that was looked at in EDC 6 was UAS, CAD integration, video sharing, and then responder to vehicle alerts. So we looked at those technologies specifically, and really we saw a lot of interest in the different technologies that are available. So when we look to EDC 7, we're going to focus on that technology piece of it, but the concept of next generation TIM, where we look at, we're always going to continue to focus on TIM programs and training and data, but this EDC 7 is focusing on that technology for saving lives. So we're looking at some emergency technology, or some emerging technologies that are out there. And another important thing is that finding that linkage with the National Roadway Safety Strategy and the Safe Systems approach, and making sure we're accounting for post-crash care. So the 6 technologies that we're focusing on in EDC 7 is UAS for TIM. We saw a lot of interest in that, and there's even emerging things when we're starting to look at things like tethered drones, and some of the different ways that people are using UAS, really focusing on TIM and trying to expand that just beyond just crash investigation. You saw today when they were talking earlier about the move over research. Debris removal is a hot topic right now. We're looking at emergency vehicle lighting. I will note this was originally emergency vehicle lighting and markings, and we did kind of pare that down, and we're really just going to focus on lighting for EDC 7. We're looking at different advanced warning technologies, and this includes that R2V that we've been looking at previously in EDC 6, and then emergency vehicle preemption, and then looking at TIM technologies that can help EMS to support their post-crash care. So it's kind of a mouthful, but that's the 6th topic area that we're looking at, because that really does involve multiple technologies just within that one topic area. So last week was the EDC 7 summit, and the purpose of the summit is to just let FHWA and the states know what the 7 for this EDC 7, there's the 7 innovations. So it lets them know what each innovation is. And we're really trying to encourage each state to sign up and participate specifically in Next Gen TIM Tech. So we had 2 breakout sessions last Tuesday to kind of really give a solid overview of what we're looking at. And I just wanted to recognize we had some great speakers guest speakers at that. We had Owen from Missouri talking about driver removal system or debris removal systems. Sal from New Jersey was talking about advanced warning. And then Grady gave an update on that expansion of UAS for TIM. So I have no doubt that we'll see both Owen and Sal in future talking TIM, and Grady will be on next month too to talk about these things. And part of what we did during the summits is we had a couple poll questions. So we wanted to share the results of those poll questions with you. So the first one was an open-ended question where we were really just asking the participants to give us some input on how they think we can better engage the EMS community. And I just don't have all of that now, but we will share the responses. We got some good ideas from different people to continuously do better with that integration of EMS. But then the second question we had was, how would you describe the use of EVP in your area? So between the two sessions, we had about 250 in the first breakout session, and then we had closer to 80 in the second. So we had well over 300 people that participated in it, but you can see we had 157 responses total to this first question. And you'll see at the bottom, there were quite a few people that said unknown, which we expected. Not everybody that's participating has a full idea of the use of EVP. But we did see that there's a lot of interest. So we have places where it's fully deployed, places where they're piloting it, and then the group of people that are not using but are interested in using that. And that's exactly what we hope to do through EDC7, is help them get the resources they can to move forward, maybe with possibly piloting EVP. And then the second question we asked, or well, the third poll question we had, was just open. You could pick multiple responses, and we said, which of these next gen TIM technologies do you think your state would be interested in adopting? So you can see kind of, we had a lot of interest in advanced warning. There still is a plenty of interest for UAS for TIM, and that kind of goes down from there. So overall, we were very happy that people seemed to be excited to be part, or part of these new technologies. So I also just wanted to take 1 second to highlight we had two other sessions that we hosted in the booth for the innovation. We had some more presentations on advanced warning technologies. And then we had a really great post-crash care roundtable on Thursday. And both of those were recorded. And we're working on getting the information, which we'll share out to everybody on how, if you were not able to participate in those sessions, you could get access to watch them. Great presentations, and the roundtable discussion was really good on Thursday. So, and then just real quick to make sure everybody understands, we'll be the first to admit that for EDC 6, it was a little hard for the states to kind of show their progress, their implementation progress. So we're encouraging states to pick as many technologies as they want to participate in, but when you're really looking at measuring success, just pick one, and we'll maybe the technology that you think is most likely to be a top priority or most likely to advance, and then we'll use that one technology to select your baseline and goal implementation stages. And we can talk about that more. But even more importantly, is we want to make sure that everybody is out there promoting, participating in this, because it is FHWA. They go through a process, and Paul, feel free to jump in, where they select which of the innovations that they want to choose. And I believe they have to do that by mid-April. So if you're interested and you think your state's interested, make sure FHWA knows that you want to participate. So anything you want to add, Paul?
The state DOT often coordinates that. It's every state has a state transportation innovation council, and they coordinate that. But it's a partnership between FHWA division and the state DOT. We want every state to sign up to advance at least one technology, and we want you to irritate somebody in your state to make sure they sign up.
I
That-
tried to talk
excellent.
as fast as I could. Sorry.
You did a nice job, Katie. Holy mackerel, you got 1 minute to spare.